So one thing that's really distinctive about Stellar Labs as a company is that they have a methodology with which they produce their content, right? They talk about neuroscience and they understand how people learn, and they want that to be embedded in their content, which is really cool for us as NLP engineers, because we think about those things and we want to evaluate the text that these models generate in that kind of higher domain.
What we had before we started with Faction was a proof of concept of the use of large language models. Yeah, but with the help of Faction, we were able to build an LLMOps platform, which allows us to evaluate the coherence, the consistency, the quality. And we were also able to continuously monitor the costs and the results of prompts that we send to large language models.
So what we had to do was start from consistency and coherence evaluation, which can be applied to language generally, and work on top of that to embed Stellar Labs' own methodology that comes from science and from neuroscience, and explain that to the model so that we could evaluate in this domain-specific and business-specific way, so that going forward, as content is generated, Stellar Labs know that it's being evaluated against their own business-specific concerns.
The main challenge to implement this large language model into the system was to make sure that the content that's being generated can be trusted. So I think one of the most important components in the whole pipeline and the whole system is the ability to evaluate this content in runtime and making sure that they are correct and robust enough to be integrated in a system that will show this to the user in the end. So that's one of the most important additions that we have for the platform, this ability to evaluate in runtime.
And for the future, we also care about data privacy a lot. So we are training our own model. And we want to be sure that the quality of our own model matches the one of the big large language models. We're not there yet, but in the future, we want to be able to test and evaluate with the same criteria and be sure that we can provide the same quality. So evaluation is a crucial part of the whole architecture that we put up.